Welcome everyone to Monday West Coast Swing. We're here on May 8th, 2017. I'm Matt and this is Desiree.
Hey everyone.
So today it was all about the feet. These things that you have at the end of your legs, you use to walk, you use them to dance, and sometimes they hurt when you walk or dance too much. Right? We started out talking about how to roll through your feet. So rolling through your feet is just the process by which each part of your foot touches the ground successively. I can do this with or without transferring my weight. So we started off, I'm just standing on my left leg and rolling through my right foot. Likewise, I can do the same thing standing on my right leg and rolling through my left foot. We wouldn't normally do this in West Coast Swing, but it's good to be able to practice this exercise before you move on. Then you start adding your weight shift into it. So as you're rolling, you're also gradually transferring your weight. So you're rolling and gradually transferring. When I'm at my baseline, I'm thinking my feet are Velcroed to the floor. And so I really need to peel the Velcro off the floor, and then I press my foot back down. This is a gentle pressing, right? I'm not jabbing my feet into the floor to try to add more weight to them. It's just gently peeling my foot off and pressing it back down. My feet do come off the ground like a hair. It's about as much as I could slide a sheet of paper under my foot. So just enough to make sure that every part of my foot is coming off the ground. As this is happening, my ankle is what's called opening. So an open ankle, my ankle is completely open here versus flexed. So I want to make sure that as I'm rolling through my foot, my ankle opens and the foot peels off the ground. This is very important to practice very, very slowly, because once you start dancing to music and start dancing quickly, this is all going to go out the window, I promise. We talked about really practicing this half-time to already slow music. So really thinking about taking one step per every 2 beats of music. The other important part is my knees. I want to think about my knees bending forwards in a line. Kind of imagine there's a string attached to my knee and someone's pulling it straight forward. I also like to think about my knees kind of sitting in a plane of space, like a glass disc, and it's bending straight along that plane. I don't want to pick my knees up, unless I'm trying to do some sort of hip-hop movement. Then you can pick your knees up.
You'll notice that the head, the shoulders, and the hips all stay at a parallel level to the floor. There's no bounce in West Coast Swing. When we strike a beat, we strike through a straightened and developed leg as opposed to a bent knee with an elevation change.
This is for walking backwards or in place. So if my feet are under me or if I'm traveling backwards, then I want to use this particular technique. When I'm walking forwards, it's a little bit different, right? Because I don't want to step onto a flexed foot, which if you think about you're trying to get total articulation walking in place, then this logically would be total articulation walking forwards. But I want to think about, I don't want to have the flexed ankle. I want to step onto the front part of my heel only. When I'm doing this, as either follower or a leader, just any forward walk, I have 3 different options. So I can walk directly onto my heel, and again, front part of the heel. I can walk onto my toe, or I can do what's called a toe release, where I drag my toe along the ground, and at the last second release and step onto the front part of my heel. Generally, either the toe step or the heel release are what you'll most commonly see, and what's generally the preference.
Toe release.
We practice the toe release, again, drag the toe, step onto it, drag the toe release and step onto the heel, and with any option, I'm stepping onto a straight leg going forwards. So we spent a lot of time on that. That was most of the class. We talked a little bit at the end about timing with the feet and kind of playing around with that. So normally you learn West Coast Swing is danced in 6 counts. You go walk, walk, triple step, triple step. There's nothing wrong with that, but what's going to help you moving forward as you start adding different timing variations and just playing around with things is to think about it in 2-beat increments. So for the first 2-beat increment, we normally do 2 walks. Walk, walk. For the second 2-beat increment, we do a triple step. Triple step, and then another triple step. But there's no reason we need to do it in that order. So we played around with the idea on a left side pass of doing it instead with a triple step, 2 walks, and then a triple step. What that looks like is 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, or doing it even further switched around, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. There's lots of different ways you can do that with your feet. The only part that's important for this class was the timing. Just to start getting your brain thinking a little bit about, I don't have to do 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6 all the time. Because if you wind up on the wrong foot, a great way to fix it is to just do a triple step into the next pattern, as opposed to trying to do a quick shift of your feet. That was everything we talked about today. Thank you all for coming out, and let's dance.
Thank you.